Well guys, we've been working on this thing pretty aggressively over the last week, I think. We've done a lot of work to this. I haven't really been filming a lot of it because a lot of it I put it together, take it apart, put it together, take it apart, but I've got it to the point where I'd like to show you guys. So what have we done? We have done, let me get my thumb in here, we've done brake booster, we've done power steering reservoir, we've done intercooler, brake pedal, clutch pedal, we've done a lot of things to this, so let's see all the shit we've done. So, we got the brake booster right out of the airport tug. We did put a plate to help re-support the firewall. We're just going to probably weld this in. Just have to get everything away from the firewall on the inside. I've sent a couple lines out to be made that I think is going to work. So we're going to go from the power steering box. Excuse me. From the power steering box to the, well, we come from the pump to the brakes, because brakes is number one, from the brakes to the power steering, from the power steering back to the reservoir. I don't know. I'm going to take a couple guesses. We're going to try it out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're going to have to figure out which ones are actually pressure and which ones are not pressure, because I don't know on this pump. We have a big line in for a pickup, and then we have like two pressures coming out. We got Steven here.
I'm saying that's a return.
Oh, I know that this one's a return. But then this one was a high pressure one that went to this one right here, and it went to that blue one on the back of the pump.
So that's pressure.
So is there two pressures that come out of that pump? Or is one like a primer? It was a low pressure back to, that's pressure.
So that feeds it, and then this will equalize pressure to this,
and
then they return back?
Yeah, but then what's that blue one on the back of the pump?
I don't fucking know, man.
I
didn't take it apart.
I did. So now, let's take a look inside this cab. We've had a couple fires in here, so don't worry about that. Well, the first thing we did is we put, let me get a light, because this is dark as shit. Well guys, we're back here with a light, and we got the brake pedal put in with the master of the actual whole pedals assembly. Now this one right here I bought off Amazon. You can see where I've heated with the torch to bend it to where I want. I put some welds on this one. I'm not overly happy with this one, but it's going to do what I want. So this is a clutch brake pedal assembly out of a 92 to 95 or 91 to 95 F-150. Got it off Amazon for 120 bucks. I was able to make it work for what I needed it to do, which that's all that matters to me. So we got it in here, we got it bolted in. There's even a spot for the throttle pedal to go through once we get the throttle pedal system all set up. But we had to use, it did come with a clutch system, but we had to use the clutch assembly out of the ZF because of how it's set up. I could not use the clutch system out of this one. It would not have worked for me, which kind of sucks, but we got the pedals in there. Clutch goes all the way to the floor. Brakes go all the way to the floor. We have brake.
Don't do that again.
Don't do that again?
No.
There's brake fluid everywhere now, apparently. So as you can see, all the insulation's out of the firewall because it keeps catching fire. Oh, brake fluid everywhere. But that's okay. We're getting done. So the next thing we did is we got the intercooler mounted. So we got it mounted with these little tabs up here. Got it brought down. We're going to cut it back. Let's see that piece over there on the table, Steven. So we got these left over from the 2J car. I cut it in half. We are going to have to shorten this up a little bit more to get it to go out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this into a guy that can weld aluminum. We're going to shorten this piece up, and we're going to shorten this up, get it as tight of a 90 as possible coming out of there. Guess who knows a guy that can weld aluminum?
Maybe me.
So this is going to be going in, get welded. It's a little bit too tight. I could probably get like a silicone boot to do that, but honestly I'd rather just have a solid tube for it. So this is mounted. We got all these like little brackets coming off. Everything is bolted on. Nothing's being welded. I don't know how far I got you guys on the steering of this. So now we're going to kind of talk about the steering. So this is a 3/4 shaft from Amazon. These are 3/4 unions from Amazon. We got them on here, and then we hammered a bearing into the bottom of the steering shaft and got all that set up. So the steering on this was super easy, and you guys remember from the other video how we were able to use all the factory parts and get that in there. So we do have steering right now, but the fact of the matter is we don't have power steering, so it doesn't really want to do steering activities. But I'm okay with that as of right now. So, saying that, we've got a lot done. The next thing that we're going to be trying to do is mount the radiator. Now, we're going to be using the radiator out of the airport tug because I know it holds pressure. I know it holds everything together. So we're going to build a piece to catch these 3 bolts right here on the actual rad support, and then we're going to narrow it to fit the radiator off of that. So, let's get going. Steven, where are we going to get this metal from? That's right. This airport tug is going to keep on donating its body metal. So this is the piece we cut out here for the support on the firewall. This is the piece that we're cutting out for one side of the radiator guard. And this is the piece we're cutting out for the other side of the radiator guard. So this thing here just keeps on giving, and that's the radiator right there, and it's going to be working out really good because it's already got a transmission cooler on the bottom of it for that ZF6. So hopefully everything works out where this can just be put into there, and then maybe I can try to sell the factory 57 radiator out of this truck because I know that's worth a bit of money. So let's get that, try to get it inside the truck today. We've been working on this quite a lot. We got the radiator in, everything looks great. Let's go over to the other side. We have the rad hose done up. That's probably not going to be how it stays. I'd probably like to take that off and weld that. That's just temporary to make sure everything works. We have the transmission cooler lines hooked up all the way to the transmission. That's amazing. We have this side fender, inner fender just sitting on there. We have that one just sitting on there, but it fell. Grab that piece of tubing there, Steven. So, we've ran into some problems. The hood hits the intercooler. I did not think of this. I thought there was like a piece of plastic, sorry, a piece of metal that went up there. So, tomorrow, or maybe the next day, we're going to come out, we're going to cut the bottoms off these brackets, slide this bracket as low as it can go, and then redo the top brackets and try to suck this thing a little bit tighter to the actual body of it. And then we're actually probably going to pull this off. Steven's going to take it to work and get some holes cut into it. So that might be next week. But let's throw that pipe back in. Honestly, guys, this thing here has been doing great today. I looked up a whole bunch of look at that. Looks like it's designed to go in there. That's the hood prop that this truck's going to have.
I think you should put an actual one in.
Yeah, maybe out of a Camry.
Oh, that'd be really cool, actually.
Steven, the airport tug provides.
No way.
Way, buddy.
Cool.
So, we're going to be doing, I think that's where we're going to end it here today. We got to take this back apart. Tomorrow we're going to pull off the inner fenders and everything. But we're going to be doing a lot more to this. It's coming along, guys. It really is. I think this thing is coming amazing. I think that it's showing up to what I need. We came up with an idea for brakes. We're going to be putting some Toyota Camry parts on this, I think. I know you guys are going to say, why Toyota Camry? And it's because we have Toyota Camrys. The inner fender over here needs a couple more things cut out just for the steering. But I think that this is going to come pretty nice. Without the inner fenders on, there's a lot more room to move. So we're probably going to be pulling the inner fenders off, repairing a lot of stuff like this, and then getting them ready to be put back on. And then probably painting them up so they look good when the tires are on there. What do you think, Steven? You liking it?
It's pretty cool.
But honestly, guys, I think we got a lot done today. And I would like to get a little bit further on the front end before we start switching to the rear end. But number one thing is this has to be moved down quite a bit. I'm thinking like as far as we can go, to be honest. As far as we can go.
That much.
Yep, that much. That's as far as we can go. Maybe I'll even put a bend on this, so then that way it can go even lower. No, because then we won't fit through the holes up there. I don't know. We got to move it down.
Or you could just like cut that off and then just F2 through
the top. That's probably what I'm going to do. But honestly, guys, the airport tug radiator fits perfectly in here. Everything is going together so nicely. We're going to have to get a rad fan located on this just because we got rid of the mechanical one, put an electrical one on it. I'm really happy with this. And now we can start getting some ideas about the intercooler piping once we get the intercooler done. But this is looking really good, guys. Thanks for watching today. Be coming back tomorrow for more stuff that we're going to do to it.